Hello and welcome to the Race Asylum YouTube channel. So this time we've got another circuit experience challenge. This time we're at Grand Valley Highway, the new track. So we've got Venture versus Governor. So we've got Venture in the top left, Governor in the bottom right. So coming into turn one, looks like Governor carries a bit more apex speed, but Venture definitely seemed to V the corner a bit more and get on the power earlier. So we'll see who that benefits by the end of this first sector as we're flat out now through this sort of slight twisty section. And then into the heavy braking zone, coming round the hairpin. Venture early upshift into third, Governor keeping it in second, and Venture just pips that first sector by just over half a tenth there. But very, very close between these two there then. Both keeping it in third through there. Both down to second, both down to third as well, and both with an early upshift. Which we do know from these in the past, Venture does like an early upshift, it is part of his driving style. So you see Venture down to second and early upshift to third, whereas Governor goes down to first. And then has quite a late upshift before he's into third. Looked like Venture maybe got a better exit onto the thing there, but Governor got a much better run through that section of the track, but it definitely looked like Venture got the better exit, which might benefit him in this final sector. Again, Governor down to first again, whereas Venture leaving it up in third, and again Venture dropping to first and Governor dropping to first and Venture keeping it in third. So a huge difference through that little bit of sector, but again it looks like Venture's got the better exit out the corner by keeping it in a higher gear. Governor's style was better for the more twisty bits, but it looks like through that faster section, by keeping it in third, Venture's got the better run onto the, the straight. It's such a long straight, and he's gained so much time back in that final sector to pip Governor by 2.5 tenths there. So we'll go through it in half speed now then to try and see the differences. So as I said, coming into turn one, yeah, Governor gets in a bit earlier, keeps it a little... No, very similar lines actually. But Venture sort of squares off the corner later and gets on that powered earlier because of it. And then obviously the flat out from here, so there wasn't a huge amount in this first sector. And you can see the very similar driving style through this first sector so far. A lot of flat out sections in the group 3 cars on this track by the looks of it. As we do see here, Governor keeping it in 5th though, whereas Venture going up to use 6th gear. And coming down into this sort of hairpin, down to 1st gear for Governor, and then an early upshift to 2nd, whereas Venture went down to 2nd and had an early upshift into 3rd. So a difference in driving style there, which we have seen Venture before with the early upshifts and corner apexes. It definitely works for him. And again, see 4th and dropping down to 3rd a lot later, whereas Governor drops it down to 2nd there, but they both cut in at a similar angle. Governor maybe carrying a little bit more apex speed through those last couple of corners, and definitely carrying more apex speed through there. So this is why Governor gained his time in this middle sector. He's just carrying a bit more apex speed. He's getting the speed bled off by dropping down the gears, getting that better rotation, and then carrying that little bit more apex speed as he exits. But we saw Governor was getting some very good exits, which was helping him on the faster sections of the track where he got a long run. Similar apex speeds there. Looks like Venture might have had the slightly better of it through that section, that final part of this sector, but Governor definitely had it better there. But if you look, it just runs wide a little bit, which I think gives Venture that slightly better exit out of the corner, which obviously in such a long straight is going to tell by the end of it. So that's why Governor knacked that, had the knack in that second sector, but Venture looked like he got a good run out of it. We see Venture leaving it in the higher gear again, slower apex speed, And a little bit of a twitch actually for Venture there at that section. So that's not where he gained his time back. But through here, you just look, using that higher gear, he's just able to get on the power sooner, which then obviously helps with this massive run now. So obviously we're going to speed it back up for this because it's flat out now. So that's where Venture gained, is just getting them runs on the exits out the corners, whereas in the more twisty bit, Governor definitely had the edge. So great lap from both guys there though, but an interesting one because there was a few differences in the driving styles that time. So it was an interesting one to watch that. So I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and we'll see you for the next one.